This morning, investigators are hoping a DNA discovery will help lead them to the killers who escaped from a New York prison. Hundreds of searchers in SWAT gear flooded a remote hunting area of upstate New York. This is about 25 miles from the convicts' prison. Anna Werner is in Owl's Head, New York. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. And this is the most significant lead that investigators have had thus far. It's one that police are now hoping will allow them to close in on these two escaped prisoners.
Investigators searched for hours in a remote area near a hunting cabin 22 miles from the prison where Richard Matt and David Sweat escaped. Terry Bellinger owns a local restaurant. On Saturday, a customer told him he saw a stranger fleeing his cabin.
He said there was a water jug that they normally don't use, and then sounded like a jar of peanut butter that had been opened.
Open today at some point? Not at all?
Not at all.
Bellinger says investigators questioned the man at his restaurant, and he was visibly shaken.
Well, he saw one person, and of course, with all this news and everything else, and the fugitives on the run there, he's walking toward the camp not knowing if the other one was still in there.
Sources confirmed to CBS News that evidence discovered at that cabin showed a DNA match to at least one of the escaped prisoners. A local newspaper, the Press Republican, reported that police found boots and bloody socks. The paper says the cabin is leased by several corrections officers. Over 2,000 leads have poured in since the fugitives have been on the run.
It has generated a massive law enforcement response, as you can see, and we're going to run this to ground.
Over the weekend, a second employee at the prison, Corrections Officer Gene Palmer, was questioned by authorities and suspended. He has not been charged with a crime. His attorney, Andrew Brockway.
He definitely did not plan to help them escape, and he had no prior knowledge that they were going to attempt an escape.
Back in Owl's Head, Bellinger says that living in a hunting community, he isn't losing any sleep.
Almost all of us have deer rifles, and most of us are pretty good shots.
Well, we have seen a stream of police coming in this morning, bringing in trucks and buses full of officers. They're clearly getting ready for a search today. But one thing that could impact that is the weather. We are expecting storms to come sweeping through, as you said. That makes it more difficult for the searchers and all those police out there in these heavily wooded areas. But it could also make it tough on two fugitives who could be quite miserable. Charlie?
Anna, thanks.